Hey guys, Ricky here from the Games Outfit, and this is my top 5 games of 2014. These are just my personal opinions, so if you don't agree with them, then I really don't care. Number 5, Alien Isolation. Personally, this was probably the best horror game from 2014. Now that doesn't go on to kind of say that it didn't have its faults or that it felt a little repetitive after certain points, but that doesn't stop it from being a fantastic game that helped rebuild the nostalgia from the very first movie. Number 4, Trials Fusion. Personally, I like to include an arcade game, especially one that tends to kind of fall into that balance of just addictive enough that you play enough and just simple enough that it's good to gather some friends around and play. I probably spent a good portion of this year playing this game, both by myself and with a group of friends. It's just a fun experience all around and good graphics and just a ton of improvements on the original concept. Number 3, Super Smash Bros. For both the Nintendo Wii U and the Nintendo 3DS. While personally I only owned it on the Wii U, it is a fantastic game that really just grows from its predecessors, both in adding new modes, adding new characters, and honestly just beefing up the graphic intensity. Coming from someone who originally played it on the Nintendo 64, then onto the GameCube, skipped the Wii generation, and jumped into the Wii U version, it just looks gorgeous. There is so much going on, and it is just a fun game to play. Number 2, Destiny. Now, while there's a lot to be said about whether this game was actually finished once it launched, I have spent probably close to 60 hours playing this game. I don't know if it's just a balance of good gameplay to the kind of mechanic where you just want to keep burning for more gear. But the game is well executed as a fun blend, the enemies are fun to fight, and not to mention the cooperative aspect and replayability is just intense. This could have been my number 1 if the story felt a little bit more finished, but personally, just getting excited for whatever is to come from Bungie, and I think that they did a fantastic job with this one. Number 1, Far Cry 4. Now, while this isn't necessarily my most played game of 2014, it is by far some of the most fun I've ever had playing a game. From just how the action feels to how well the guns feel balanced, this game is fantastic. Not to mention being able to jump into the level editor and create yourself just a random challenge, or find some from the community. No matter where you are in the game, whether you beat it or you've moved on to multiplayer, there's almost always something for you to do. Not to mention the Season Pass coming up with all sorts of new modes and co-op features. I think that this game is probably the most well thought out game on my list this year. Now those are my top 5 games of 2014. What were yours? Were any of yours on the list? Did I have the same list as you? Make sure to leave your feedback down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts and I'd love to hear your opinions. But again, these are my thoughts, so they're not wrong. They are important to both me and you. Thank you guys for watching, and you have yourself a wonderful day.
Mechanics for video games that are unique, and 2015 is no different with some amazing indie titles looking to be released. With so many great titles coming out in 2015, we at the Games Outfit